my burning heart is crying. Death and destruction, death and destruction, and wildly roar. My mother, when I was very, very young, of course, she always wanted me to sing. And the reason why I started singing was that we would travel some distance to our holiday place on the lake. And I'd always be sick. I was always car sick all the way. So she started to make me sing. And from that point on, I would sing all the way or sleep. And I never got sick again. But once again, I think it was all the breathing. It was because I was breathing in and breathing out and breathing in and breathing out, singing, that I never sort of stayed stationary, so to speak. So I got over the car sickness by this breathing in and breathing out, sort of on a regular basis. This is a singer called Mina Foley. There was a voice in New Zealand that I grew up with in my early days. She was a student of my singing teacher out there. She was possibly one of the very first students that my singing teacher had. And it was an extraordinary voice. She was very young. She went to Italy to study, and it didn't work out so well. There are recordings of her, and certainly you'll hear this voice. From Verdi's opera Ernani, she has this aria that she sings with an extremely high note at the end of it. I'm not sure if anyone can sing these high notes, possibly some very high coloratura could, but it's a very, very high note that she gets at the end of the aria. Because she was from my singing teacher, and there was the only voice that we had heard in New Zealand, she was like the Pied Piper. We were following the Pied Piper to the top of the mountain. And so we all listened to her, and so we all wanted to learn to sing somehow, not sure like her, but we wanted to learn to sing from the singing teacher. And so she was in New Zealand for quite some time, and then she sort of, the few tragic things in her life weren't so great, and then she didn't sing anymore, but it was certainly, we all wanted to follow in her footsteps. When my mother thought that, that she said I would be maybe a singer, and she wanted me to be a singer because of, that she could hear that I was somehow, my voice was developing. And I just wanted to follow her dream and try. And then one day things started to move in that direction, and it happened. And then, of course, she was the first one to go towards the ship going to England, saying, right, we're off to England now, and we're all going to be a singer. And I'm thinking, my goodness, I knew one aria when I got to England, and in 1966. So my mother's dreams hopefully came true. Well, I think they did come true. Mina Foley, the inspiration of why I took this journey, she is definitely in my list.
Violetta in Verdi's La Traviata, sung by the New Zealand soprano Mina Foley.